Hey everybody, it's Lisa Baker from DeBryan Baker Coaching, here with another tip to de-stress for success. Today's top tip is mind reading. Don't try this at home or at work. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that no one watching this video is actually a mind reader. Now, if you are a mind reader, you might want to skip this video. So despite the lack of skill and training, the funny thing is that many of us act like mind readers when we're in a meeting or we're reading an email or otherwise interacting with people around us. We think we know what another person is thinking when they do or say something. Today, I'm going to ask you to challenge that belief because you're generally the one who's going to feel the pain about when you think that you know what somebody has on their mind. So there are a couple of things that we all need to be thinking about when it comes to this notion of what we think we know about why other people do what they do. The first thing to remember is just that. We think we know what causes people to do what they do, and it's just not true most of the time. For the majority of the people that we encounter, we really have no idea what drives their decision making. We don't understand what it is that they've experienced in their history to make them make decisions the way they do. They have filters, they have beliefs just like we do, and we don't actually know all of them. And this is true even for people that we've worked with forever, or even people that are in our family. And sometimes it's even true of ourselves. How often do we get to a decision and we think, where did that come from? I don't understand how I arrived at that decision. Okay, so the first thing to know is really we think we know, but we probably don't. Second of all, and this is a great tip for any teenagers you have in your life, most of the things that people do have absolutely nothing to do with you. Now, that's hard to imagine when you're really upset that that thing that just happened really had nothing to do with you. So people are making decisions based on what's going on in their own mind, their own concerns, their own worries. They're not most of the time paying much attention to the impact that it's going to have on you. In fact, in college, my friends and I had a joke that when one of us was in a bad mood, random people around us were doing things just to annoy me. Well, in fact, they were doing their own thing, and they weren't paying attention to any of us in the slightest. But it feels like it, right? In that moment, it feels like people are doing things to get even or upset us, and it's most of the time it's just really not true. And we're the ones that are experiencing the pain as a result of believing that that's the case. So, how do you practice not being a mind reader? Well, I'm going to suggest that you do it first in a setting that's not so emotionally charged, although sometimes it is for some of us. Try it in traffic. So, someone cuts in front of you and it makes you mad. Take just a minute and think about, okay, did that person do that to make me mad? Well, actually, they probably didn't. They probably were. They lost track of where they were distracted, and suddenly they needed to get over. Maybe they're worried about something. Maybe they have something going on. So try it in traffic first. But now, if you feel up to it, try it at work. Let's say you get an email and you feel really frustrated about what somebody said in there. Well, did the person really write it to make you mad, or is it just that they don't actually know any better about how to write an email so that it's not upsetting? Maybe they didn't take the time to read it before they sent it because they were in a hurry to get to a meeting. There's a million reasons why that person sent that email that way, and most of them have nothing to do with making you mad. And really, for the most part, what good does it do for them to make you mad? The other thing that you could do is you could ask them, were you trying to make me mad? There's a lot of ways to get to the bottom of that. But if you went to the place of saying, okay, they weren't trying to make me mad, what were they trying to accomplish? You might have a much better experience with that email. there are lots of ways that you can practice not being a mind reader. And if you want to learn more, get in touch with me. If this is something that's a big challenge for you, I would love to help you out with it. It's something that a lot of people experience every day. It creates great frustration. I'd love to help you with that. Give me a call, send me an email, and we'll work on that one together. So just remember, before you use a lot of your energy getting upset about something going on in someone else's mind, take a minute and think about the fact that you may not have any idea what it is. So I'm Lisa Baker of DeBrine Baker Coaching, and until next time, I'm wishing you the best as you de-stress for success.